Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am art. And I am your host for I Am Smart, the quiz show where people compete for the right to say, I am smart. By engaging with this quiz, you're accepting that you don't know everything, and that's fine, nobody does. For instance, why does Tupperware always come out of the dishwasher soaking wet? I don't know. If you're anything like me, you don't know everything because you spend less time thinking and more time feeling. Yeah? For instance, I feel like the Tupperware thing is something to do with Mother Nature not liking Tupperware because it's not environmentally friendly or plasticky, yeah? So nature messes up with the drying time of it to put people off investing in Tupperware. I mean, maybe not, but it's what I feel, so I can't be wrong. The format of the quiz is very simple, very straightforward. 5 rounds, 5 questions, 5 musings. 30 points overall. All you're going to need for this quiz is something to write with, something to write on. Could be your phone, could be a pen and paper, could be a roller and a wall that you've been convinced by the guy in the paint shop to paint hazelnut brown, but now you're regretting it a little bit because hazelnut brown looks a little bit to you like poop brown. You'll also need a brain for thinking and an imaginosphere for imagining. They will be both tested in this quiz. Optional is a beverage for toasting. I always like to start with a little toast, brings the group together before our mental exertions. I hope you've all got your beverages at the ready. I've got some nice water here in an Amazon 4-star canteen thing that I got for shopping at an Amazon 4-star. It's a shop where everything in it is good, but you don't necessarily want to buy everything. It's a real interesting concept. So here we go with the toast. Here we go. To me, to you, to those waiting for tissue. Whether you've got a runny nose or a problem with your bone marrow, I hope you don't have to wait long. Cheers. Okay, you've seen me with the blazer, yeah? Awesome. This is coming straight off, guys. It's too much. It's too much. Ah! Get off me, blazer. Foul blazer. I mean, lovely blazer, but good God. And I think we're going with the fan as well. And you might get a little bit of in the sound quality. The sound quality might suffer, but I'm not sure I care because it is very warm. It is very warm. Hello, Smarties. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Are we ready for some? Why is this all looking bad? Why is that all looking bad? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We'll sort that out later. Yes, I hope you enjoyed learning about Bill Dung's roman, genre of fiction in the countdown. It's basically a life story. And I understand that, yes, most of the explanation was just examples. But sometimes that's the best way to explain things, that no one really is 100% sure what it is. My thanks as ever to Wikipedia for providing the information. Who have we got here? Who have we got? TB Douglas, hello, hello. Killer Kilch, always blame Apple. Absolutely. Apple just letting me down. The kind of music that should be playing. I mean, we're going to try it again, but it's not going to play. It's not going to play. For Pretzel, should be playing anything? No. It's just... Cheers, Apple. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. Pterodactyl, cheers. How are we? Your girl Sarah Kilch, my notepad is Amazon. Amazon getting their, filthy fingers into everything. Filthy fingers, very nice fingers. 2-day delivery fingers, which is all I'm after. Cool down. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Gosh, what a wonderful time. What a wonderful time. Are we all ready for quizzing? Are we ready to get quizzical? Should we get quizzical? Let's just get to that first round. Let's just get to that first round, shall we? which you all know what it is. Did that come through? Did that have sound on it? Let me know whether that had sound on it, because I don't know whether that had sound on it. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? In order to be a great artiste, you must discern the lies from the truth. 5 statements, that's what I'm giving you. But do you believe them? Yeah? If you do, you write nay. If you don't, you write nay. And as ever, this round's subject is chosen by the winner. The winner. Everybody's a winner, but the high point getter of last week's quiz. It was Killer Kilt earning that high score. Chose... What did Killer Kilt choose? Killer Kilt chose, of course, Seattle Storm, the Women's National Basketball Association franchise. It was a challenging category, but as ever, I came through. Interesting, if you are a Seattle Storm fan, if you have ESPN or Joe TV in the Pacific Northwest area, you could be watching them right now. They're playing the Indiana Fever. Please don't turn over. But that's an option there for you. All the questions are 50-50, so you've got a 1 in 32 chance of getting them right without even trying. Let's just get on with that first one. Statement number 1. Seattle Storm played their first WNBA season in 2000. The year 2000. Oh, we did have music on it. Okay, that's good. That's good. Can't mess everything up, Apple. Can't mess everything up. Let's see if we can get some light down here. That's a bit better. Statement number 2. The Seattle Storm's home game theme song is Thunderstruck by Iron Maiden. Yay or nay? Do you believe that? Do you? Do you? Statement number 3. Seattle Storm is the only WNBA team to have an entirely unbeaten season at home, which they achieved in 2010. So every single home game, they won. This particular fact is positing. Might be false though. That's, the crux of the round. Feel quite high. Feel quite tall here. Taller than usual. Should this be? Because that's going to go. It's fine. Statement number 4. Yeah, we're barreling through it. Statement number 4. Seattle Storm have never lost in the WNBA finals. So every time Seattle Storm have reached the WNBA finals, they've won. They've never lost at that level. Do you believe that? Or do you think it a lie? Yay or nay? That's all it is. Toss a coin if you wish. Final statement. Seattle Storm has retired 2 different numbers. So retiring is something that, for those of you who are unfamiliar, because I was unfamiliar with it, it's a lovely gesture that American sports teams do, where they will say, hey, you're such a good player, and you played with us so well, nobody else is allowed to play in this number. Isn't that nice? It'd be like the equivalent of, I don't know, somebody saying, hey, Mozart, you are so good, nobody else is ever allowed to be called Mozart. Which would obviously be tricky for his kids. They wouldn't have that legacy. They wouldn't be able to cash in on it, as I imagine they probably did. Your background reminds me of jellyfish. Yeah, it's a new background. Episode 11. I thought we've had 10 with the old background. Let's try a new background. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's a little jellyfish-ish. Yeah, that's something that I didn't see before, and does make me like it a little bit less. And now I've tied us into 10 episodes with this, so I just won't look at it. So that's number 5. All 5 statements done. Is that the round done? No. Need that musing. And the musing is... Seattle Storm currently have a 10-1 record. 10 wins versus 1 loss. Very successful season so far for the Seattle Storm. What do you think is the key to their success? And if you are a sports fan and you're aware of the Seattle Storm, obviously your answer to this is maybe going to be slightly more informed than some others. But if you don't know anything about basketball, in a way, I'm kind of looking forward to your answers more. Because there's no wrong answers here. It's amusing, okay? It's amusing. What do you think? What do you think? Right up there, yeah? What do you think is the key to their success? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Put that on silent, apologies. What a funny text from one of my very close friends. There's the musing over. That's all the time you've got for it. That's all the time you've got for it. Going for the rando round 2. What form is this rando round going to take, though? I already know, and I know that you're probably not going to like it. Oh, no! Anagrams. Yeah, that's right. We had it in the first episode. We're having it in the 11th episode. Maybe we'll have it in every single episode that ends with a 1. I understand that these are very difficult. These are very tricky. But, in my defense, they are very fun and easy to create. So that's the, that's the basic premise behind this. Yeah, ouch. Yeah. It separates not the men from the boys. I suppose that would be considered sexist in this day and age. It sorts the good from the bad. Let's go with that. It sorts the good from the bad. You've really got to earn it. You've really got to earn it. Okay? Rando round topic. What's this? Oh, yes. But what are the... this is just over my face now. This is just over my face. That's fine. So all of these will be classic mononymous films. Okay? And this is a word that I discovered only recently for things that only have one name. Mononymous. So all of these are classic films, kind of older films, classic older films with only one name, one word titles, okay? Mononymous. Feel free to use that in your everyday lives. They are tricky. Sort the children from adults. Yeah, but sometimes children are better than adults at things. Like empathy. Yeah, I said it. I'm not going to apologize for it, neither. The first anagram to anagram, these are grams that I have anagrammed them, and you need to anagram them. A cap rusts. What? A cap rusts. But I thought you said these were mononymous, not me. Yeah, the answers are. But these are, split them into different words. A cap rusts. A cap rusts. I'd probably advise writing it down. Because I'm probably not going to give you as much time for it as you would like. So just, yeah. A cap rusts. What could it be? Old film. Let's go to number 2. Shy cop. Just 6 letters. What could it be? There's only a certain amount of words that it could be, really. When you think about it. Pretty easy, huh? Pretty easy. Maybe. I don't know. Is there anyone on Facebook? Oh, on YouTube? No. Hey, guys. Thanks for watching. See if anyone responds to that. Probably not, but that's fine. I don't do it for the views, I do it for myself. Number 3. A scab canal. What an evocative and disgusting image that is. A scab canal. A canal of scabs. Yeah, that's what I've given you here. What is that, actually? Oh, yeah. Yeah, a classic. A classic. So it does fit into the category that I designated previously. A scab canal. Number 4. Notch a win. Trying to notch a win. Storm losing 59 to 64. Come on, do something. I am not me, I am art. Pray? Does that work? Dear God. Or Allah. Hedge the bets. Or Ra. Or Odin, or Zeus, or any of those wonderfully vivid, like Central South American ones. A lot of them are birds. Help the Storm win, will you? They've done ever so well so far. We'd like to keep them keep going with it. But then I feel bad doing that, because then if they win, the other team has to lose. Ugh, seems a little mercenary for my tastes. A little mercenary. Can't they just all be friends? I don't know. Let's see. And then number 5, the final one. Vote rig. Ooh, vote rig. How very appropriate. Hopefully that doesn't happen in November, when the American election happens, right? Right. To be fair, they're playing the worst team, so they can chill. Oh, Indiana not very good. Well, I'm sure they'll find a way to succeed. Okay, so we're going to go through these one more time, just so you've all got it. A cap rusts. Shy cop. A scab canal. Notch a win. And vote rig. Again, all of these condense into one word. One word names of classic films. I don't think there's anything after 1980 here. Let's have a look. Definitely not. No. Yeah, nothing after like mid-70s, I'd say. So kind of old vibes, yeah? Old vibes. Okay. And the musing for these mononymous classic films. Of which classic film would you least like to see a remake? Of which classic film would you least like to see a remake? T.B. Douglas, I think I've got them all apart from one. Well, that is a very confident statement to make, and I commend you for making it. Because anagrams are not easy. So well done you. So frustrating. Yeah, I imagine it must be frustrating. Nod twice if the one that you haven't been able to get is number 4. That's my guess. Of which classic film would you least like to see a remake? Do you want another round? Let's do another round, shall we? Let's do another round. Look close? Yeah, I'd love to. Look how excited Notme is there. Look how excited he is. So, as an artiste, you have to keep your eyes open, yeah? Eyes open. There's inspiration flying at you all the time. How are you going to feel, guys? How are you going to feel if a spellbinding idea just passed you by and you didn't even realise because you were too busy daydreaming about the peculiar career of Bob Odenkirk? Really annoyed. That's how. So I'm about to show you some incredible art, one of my past videos, and when I do, I want you to look close, yeah? Because there's going to be questions on it afterwards, yeah? from last week, obviously, when we watched the incredible music video for Could This Be Love by Azumini by Notme. And about a year after I made that music video, after people, I gave people time to digest, I then went in and made a series of narrative shorts that would concoct a making of the whole thing. It was very ambitious, but I really knocked it out of the park. So we're going to be watching those over the next few weeks, because I thought that would kill a few weeks. So, without further ado, here is the first making of Could This Be Love by Azumini by Notme. Okay? Enjoy. And pay attention. In the beginning, there was nothing. You've got Notme.
Not me. I was inspired to ask you to create a music video for my band Azumini by your video, You plus Notme equals art.
Did you like it?
Like it? I loved it.
Did you like the video?
Yes, insightful words, wonderful production value.
Did you like the video?
Yes, it was terrific.
Damn your eyes, man. Did you click the little thumbs up button?
Oh. No.
Well, that's really the best way to show your appreciation, Likes, shares, comments, subscribes. It's all about engagement. Hello?
So will you make the music video?
Oh, I'll do it, all right. But I warn you, this will be a music video filled with such creativity, it may just cause your brain to melt and drip out of your ear canal. Now, can you handle that?
Yeah.
Cool, thanks, bye. Creativity, I need you.
Do we have a new project?
We do indeed. Then let's get started. It begins.
Thank you for... End of part 1. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Wasn't that wonderful? Less hair. How does that work out? So, you want some questions on that? Were you paying attention? I really hope you were. Let's get some questions on it. Q1. What are the first words you hear in the video? What are the first words you hear in the video? Just the first ones. Question number 2. How is the phone affixed to Azumini's head? Azumini is the band, the chap. His real name's Oliver. Spoiler. Who commissioned me to make the music video. He's represented by the hand thing. The phone affixed to Azumini's head. In what way? Or how? Or in what fashion? By what means? There we go. That's the one. Sometimes you just got to explore a little bit, and then you're going to find it. Don't give up, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Q3. In Notme's warning, where might your brain drip? Where might your brain drip? Q4. What is Notme's creativity wearing? What is Notme's creativity wearing? You remember, don't you? You remember that one's pretty easy. Then I think we got quite an easy one to finish up with, so look forward to that. What are the last words you hear in the video? Last words. Last words you hear in the video. You've got that one. You've got that one. I know you have. I know you have. Okay. And then the musing for this. Tell an intriguing story with a single line spoken into a telephone. So all we want here, and when I say we, I'm of course referring solely to myself. What I want is for you to write down something that you might overhear somebody saying into a telephone. So you're only hearing one side of the conversation. One phrase or statement that they might say into a telephone that would really just, it creates a story for you. Gets you intrigued. Just really, I want to eat the rest of the meal. That is that statement. Yeah? That's what I'm after here. Just give me a single line spoken into a telephone and just really intrigue me. Really just pique my interest. Killer Kilch, I like this quiz. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you, Killer Kilch. I like this quiz as well. It's probably my favourite quiz. Sometimes I wish that I could split myself in twain. One half of me would perform the quiz expertly. The other half would take it, because I never get that opportunity. I never get that opportunity to engage with I Am Smart in that way. It's one of life's great tragedies. One of life's great tragedies. You want another round? You want another round, do you? You know what the round's coming up. Guys, you get it. Spotlight. Speaking of spotlight, we've got my wonderful new lamp. Ooh. That's not as bright as it can go, is it? Anyway, we're gonna get it. I'll sort that out as we're going through. Game recognizes game, guys. As an artiste, you have to be willing to shine a light. Yeah, shine a light on the work of other artists. It's a little bit more literal this week. And be nice about it, okay? That way, if they want to be polite, they have to be nice about your stuff as well. And this week's spotlight, the spotlight falls on you know and I lower, okay? It is Cher. It's Cher. Wonderful singer, wonderful fashionista, wonderful actor. She's got it all. Triple threat, yeah? Triple threat. But how much do we know about her, really? Let's dive deep. Let's go for a Q1. Yeah? Let's go for a Q1. Peppersaw. Dat hair. It's like she could... if she were a shoplifter, I don't imagine she is, but if she were a shoplifter, I imagine she could shoplift some garden furniture in that hair. Such is its voluminousness. It's like a curtain. Like curtains. Oh, wonderful. Question 1. With whom did Cher release I Got You, Babe? I Got You, Babe. With whom did Cher release I Got You, Babe? Yeah, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Yeah. I got you. I got you, babe. There we go. That's how bright it goes. Gosh. Question number 2. Did Cher win an Oscar for Masked, Moonstruck or Mermaids? She went on a bit of an M film streak, all of which are, of course, mononymous. And she won an Oscar for one of these. I'll give you that piece of information. One of them she did win an Oscar for, but which one was it? Was it Masked, Moonstruck or Mermaids? Masked, Moonstruck or Mermaids? Here's something exciting that I'm going to do. I'm going to save it till afterwards. I'm going to see what happens with this, because this is my fancy pterodactyl bulb. I'm going to see what happens when this bulb turns green. With the green screen technology that I'm working with here, am I just going to disappear? It's going to be pretty wild. So stay tuned for that. You're going to stay tuned for the rest of the quiz anyway. Don't worry about it. Question number 3. The video for which Cher hit took place on the USS Missouri. Missouri. Which is a state. Missouri. USS Missouri is a boat named after a state. Just a bit less. There we go. We just control it. We just control it with the phone. Year 3000, guys. Here we are. TB Douglas, my Cher knowledge isn't great. Well, that's a shame, because you had such a promising anagrams round. But, you know, it'll even out. And if your Cher knowledge isn't great now, by the time you get through the answers, your Cher knowledge will be great. All of our Cher knowledge will be great. We'll be all just knowing about Cher together, and we'll be able to say shares. Q4. Cher features on the most expensive album ever sold. This is true. But with which American hip-hop group did she collaborate? This sounds like something I made up after eating too much cheese, but it's true. Cher features on the most expensive album ever sold. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, because there's only a single copy of it made. And the album is, she featured on 2 songs, but the main album was by an American hip-hop group. Hip-hop group. But which American hip-hop group? Uh-oh. Dueling puns in the chat there, guys. We'll share our knowledge. TB Douglas and your girl Sarah Kilch. Great minds. Great minds think alike. Smart minds think alike, yeah? Smarty pantses think alike. Which American hip-hop group did she collaborate? I probably would be able to guess this because I don't actually know that many American hip-hop groups. So my lack of knowledge would actually be an advantage in this instance. And question number 5. In 1998, Cher won the Billboard Hot 100 Single of the Year. 1998. Nothing else was better than this, according to Billboard. With which auto-tune heavy song kind of pioneered the auto-tune technology in 1998. Boom, there we go. And then the musing. This is a tricky musing, guys. I'm going to forewarn you, okay? This is a tricky musing. It's going to take a lot of your creativity. But you know what? I believe in you guys. I believe that you can do it. Write a Cher haiku. Yeah. Sorry. What's up there? The ante, because it's been upped. Yeah, I'm upping the ante here. Write a Cher haiku. Haiku, of course, as I'm sure you will all be aware, is a poem with 3 lines. The first line has 5 syllables. The second line has 7 syllables. The third line has 5 syllables. Those are the only rules. Write a haiku about Cher. Some aspect of Cher. Cher in some way. Yeah, tricky. Tricky, right? I believe in you guys. I believe in you so much, guys. You don't even realize how much. I think these haikus are going to be so flippin' good. So flippin' good. You can do it. You might be thinking to yourself, you can't do it, but you can do it, yeah? Does it sound creepy when I whisper? I'll stop. We've only got one more round to go, guys. And you'll know what round it is. There we go. Let me tell you something, guys. I wouldn't have enjoyed The Last Supper anywhere near as much had Leonardo da Vinci not been so knowledgeable about delicious Italian food. Eels with orange? Delish. Artists need to know about the world around them, okay? Not just art. And so I present this round about not art. Nart. Nart. Yeah? It's the Nart round. But in what form of Nart are we talking about here today? Well, very simply, we're talking about hair. Yeah? We're talking about hair. Hair up here. Hair on here. Hair other places as well. All kinds of hair places. Let's see how much we know about it, though. I mean, we've all got it, potentially, unless anybody's got alopecia. We've all got it. But how much do we pay attention to it? How much do we know about it? Here we go. Question 1. What is the name of the bulb or root of each hair? What's the name given to the bulb? Could also say the root of each hair. What do we call it? What do we call it? That'll get you a point. Let's get this done here and let's get a bit more dramatic lighting. That's too bright for that though. There we go. Question 2. How many years is the average lifespan of a hair? This is going to be guesswork, I imagine. Be very unlikely if you knew it, but sometimes it's, it's just fun to have a guess. Fun to have one that you think, well, it's kind of unreasonable for me to be expected to know the answer to this. It's a bit of a punt, regardless. So I'm just gonna give it a try. How many years is the average lifespan of a hair? One of these bad boys growing out of your body, and then after a certain number of years, just says, I've had a great time, not a long time, tapping out, and I've got no regrets. We hope. Question number 3. The pigment that affects hair colour is the same pigment that affects skin colour. But guys, what is it called? What is it called, this pigment? This pigment that we're talking about here? Question number 4. Scotland has the world's highest proportion of which hair colour? So I was struggling with the wording of this one. Basically, there's a certain hair colour that, you already know the answer to it, don't you? It's a pretty easy one. But it's a hair colour that occurs in Scotland more prevalently than any other country in the world. What is that hair colour? What is that hair colour? But you already know it, so that's fine. And we're going to go for question 5. The last question of the quiz this week, guys. The last question of the quiz. What is the colloquial name for the process known as piloerection? Derived from the Latin words pilus, meaning hair, and erectio, rising up. What is the colloquial name given for the process known as piloerection? Not a lot of words that I can think of that have an O immediately followed by an E. That's intriguing in and of itself. Piloerection. Piloerection. I'm not an expert, guys. I'm just giving you this quiz the best I know how. And then the final musing. There's the musing. If you could be gifted with the hair of any famous person, whose hair would you steal? So you could just specify a famous person and their hair will be straight onto your noggin, head, cranium, scalp. Whose hair are you taking, guys? Whose hair are you taking? Whose hair do you look at and go, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If only I had hair like that. Whose hair are you stealing, guys? Okay, we're going to go back to main. Before we move on, before we get to those answers, are there any questions that anybody would like to see again? This is not something that I ask usually, but we have gone around this a little bit quicker than we might normally. So I just want to give people an opportunity to specify a round and a question, or a round and a musing, and we'll go back and we'll see that one. Okay, just going to give you a couple of moments for that, and if nothing, then we'll move on to some A's. I'm going to riddle you with A's. Nothing. Okay. That's absolutely fine. What we're going to do now is we're going to... you completed all the rounds then, guys. You completed all of the rounds. Let's party.
I asked you some questions, but now the question part is done. Now let's hear some answers and find out who has won, which is everybody.
There we go. What was on the background of the jingle there? It was a goose, of course. You want a goose fact? I've got a goose fact for you. Migratory geese fly in a V-shaped formation to minimize wind resistance and conserve energy. The formation also allows geese to remain in close proximity to one another during long journeys. It's not a bad idea, actually. If you're going on a long walk with friends, maybe consider just walking off the shoulder of the next person. Reduce wind resistance, always a boon, and they probably won't get annoyed with you as quickly as, friends tend to. Unless, of course, they're the kind of person who gets annoyed at people reading over their shoulder. Just a thought. You can work that out yourself. Okay. You looking for some answers? I'm confident you are. I'm confident you're looking for some answers. So let's get to those answers. Yay or nay? The musing, of course, was Seattle Storm currently have a 10-1 record. What do you think is the key to their success? Get it in the chat, guys. Get it in the chat while we go through these answers. Q1. Seattle Storm played their first WNBA season in the year 2000. Is that true? Is that a yay? Yay. Year 2000s. They've been in this. This is their 20th year. 20th year. What an odd 20th year. I bet they wouldn't have guessed that it would be, with so many people dead. Statement number 2. The Seattle Storm's home game theme song. That's tripped me up last time, didn't it? What an annoying phrase. Home game theme song is Thunderstruck by Iron Maiden. Yay or nay? Nay. Thunderstruck is by AC/DC, the Australian band. Congratulations if you got that one right. That's another point for you. All of these worth a point. Seattle Storm is the only WNBA team to have an entirely unbeaten season at home, which they achieved in 2010. Nay, they did do that in 2010, but also who did it? Also, the Los Angeles Sparks did it also in 2001, way back when, in 2001. So there's been two teams to do it. Still very impressive from the Storm, still very impressive, but the key word here, only team. No. I say nay. Question 4. Seattle Storm have never lost in the WNBA Finals. That's a yay. 2004, 2010, and 2018. Made it to the finals 3 times, won the finals 3 times. It's a great skill to be able to close out in that way, to really hit your stride when it counts. similarly can be said, I often do very well eating desserts. When it gets to that really at the end of it, and you think, oh, how's this all going to go? Power through, get that dessert done. And then the final question, or final statement, Seattle Storm has retired 2 numbers. 2 numbers? Really? Nay. Just the one. Number 15 for Lauren Jackson, who's apparently pretty good. So those are all your questions. Those are all your answers. 1 point for each of those. And congratulations if you got that 1 point. Let's get those musings, though. Let's get those musings. Let's see what's going on in here. Girl Sarah Kilch, voodoo magic. Could be. Maybe they've got a shrunken head or just a shrunken basketball. That it's an arrangement of superstitions, voodoo magic. It's a stab-based. The movie is depicted as a stab-based kind of set of superstitions. So I don't know how many people they're stabbing, this Seattle Storm. But if that is true, keep on stabbing because you're doing a great job. Pterodactyl, Trixie, as in having the best name. Could be. The Storm is a pretty impressive name. When I was doing my research for the quiz, I also came across the New York Liberty, which is clever because of the Statue of Liberty, which is in New York, and also liberty is the greatest thing. I don't really 100% know what it means, but the amount that a lot of Americans go on about it must be real good. So they've got a pretty good name as well. But Storm has the alliteration, which, as we all know, counts for a whole heck of a lot. Killer Kilch, 2 Aussies, oi oi oi, and they have a player for every position. They have 2 Australians. Australians may be particularly good at basketball. Potentially. Normally they play Aussie rules, which, if you haven't seen it, is a terrifying, lawless, skill-less game, played in very tight outfits. So, if they're good enough to play that, then they can probably play any sport under the sun. Solid questions there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Points all round. Well done for those musings. They're wonderful. What have we got next? Anagrams. Oh, you might be kicking yourselves after this one. M, of which classic film would you least like to see a remake? Get it in the chat. I don't want to hear it because I can't hear it. If you say it out loud, I can't hear it. I can only respond to it if it's in the chat. So get it in the chat, please. Question 1. A cap rusts. What could that be? That is, of course, Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I'm a cap rusts. Well done if you got that one right. That's a point. Shy cop. There's only so many things it can be here because it's only 6 letters. Psycho. Scary film. But a touching mother-son relationship. Question 3, a scab canal. Ooh, that sounds disgusting. But is it as disgusting as Casablanca? Where they don't even get together at the end, spoiler alert. It's like, come on guys, you're in love. Why are you denying yourselves this, guys? Just have a little smooch, walk off into the sunset. Would that have been so hard? I'm not going to do number 4 because that was the one that people seem to think that they were was tricky. So I'm going to go straight on to number 5. Vote rig. Vote rig is, of course, this is only 7 letters. Vertigo. All about a guy just trying to make a woman just a little bit better, a little bit more presentable, and suddenly he's getting victimized for it. It's one of the tragedies of Hitchcock's career. Really well told. And notch a win. What could it be? Guys? It is, of course, Chinatown with Thingy, with the the crazy one with the eyebrows. Jack Nicholson in Chinatown. So well done if you got any / all of those, because I may not have done. I am not particularly good at anagrams. I kind of look at life in a skewed way already, and I think that just kind of interrupts my ability to really mesh with anagrams, but who knows. But let's get the of which classic film would you least like to see a remake? Least like to see a remake. What have we got? Lawrence of Arabia, says TB Douglas, unless it's cut by at least half, thinking it's too long. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Killer Kilch, All About Eve. I haven't seen it. I don't know that much about it. I know that Eve isn't a name that's really knocking around that much these days, so maybe that would be a little bit jarring for a modern audience. You think Eve? Like the Bible lady? Unless it is about the Bible. Your girl Sarah Kilch, Baby Jane. Baby Jane, again, little or no knowledge of what that film is or what that film's about. I'm just going to have to interpret that. I do feel like, you know, after the 90s with the Home Alones, with your Baby's Day Out, that the baby-centric... They had Boss Baby, but then that had to be animated, probably because of child labour laws these days, just crippling people's creativity. So potentially that wouldn't work as well in a modern era. That's fair enough. Peppersaw, Birth of a Nation. Good call. Not sure what Birth of a Nation is. Not sure which nation it is referring to. Killer Kilch, Birth of a Nation was remade. Oh, well, that's a shame. My advice, Peppersaw, just don't watch it. Just don't watch it. Yeah? As with, you know, All About Eve and Baby Jane, those films might as well not exist for me. Might as well not exist. Just because, you know, I haven't seen them. Really? Not a god look? No. Didn't know that. I think the answer still stands, though. Okay, well, you guys are taking care of that, and I respect that, and that's really good for you guys. Yeah, I think that's wonderful. For me, it'd be Gone with the Wind. I think, you know, I kind of think that has said all it needs to say, and to update it into modern times with just certain elements just wouldn't make sense. Just wouldn't make sense. Also, damn doesn't... I mean, I can say damn here and it doesn't ruffle any feathers. So the mind boggles at what they would have to update that line to for a modern audience to really be shocked in the same way as they were in 1930, whatever. One man's opinion. Points all round. Well done, everybody. Well done. Look close. I feel like this is a pretty easy one. It's a little bit short, wasn't it? A little bit short, the video, but still, you know, it could be challenging. Tell an intriguing story with a single line spoken into a telephone. I want it in the chat, guys. So get it in the chat, please. Q1, what are the first words you hear in the video? They are, of course, in the beginning, there was nothing. Biblical. And I kind of feel like this making of the music video does have a kind of a biblical bent to it. So, yeah, it's wasn't intentional, but I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. Question number 2. How is the phone affixed to Azumini's head? Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky because it wasn't specifically clarified within the body of the video, but it was an elastic/rubber band. Now, this is the first of several answers that is going to have to be given twice. One for the Americans and one for everybody else. Maybe not necessarily everybody else, but I'd say the majority. So in the UK, we refer to it as an elastic band. Oh, do you have an elastic band? Where are they? I've got an elastic band here. Just an elastic band here. In the US, you refer to them as rubber bands. I'll accept a point for both. Or either, rather. You're not getting 2 points by saying elastic/rubber band. It's very unlikely you would say an elastic/a rubber band, but you're not getting 2 points just to kind of close off that loophole. In Notme's warning, where might your brain drip? You might drip out of your ear canal. Which I suppose should be a disclaimer for the upcoming weeks, where we'll go into the making of in a little bit more detail. Question 4. What is Notme's creativity wearing? Notme's creativity, of course, being the chap that materializes to Notme's camera left. And again, this is going to be a UK one. A vest and waistcoat for the UK people, or a tank top and vest for the US, because a vest in the US is a waistcoat. Took me a while to work that one out. It's wonderful, isn't it? Just these slight differences, and because you very rarely have to refer to a waistcoat, doesn't really crop up. Just laying there like some kind of time bomb. And for you to feel stupid in a suit hire shop. Question 5. What are the last words you hear in the video? They're spoken by both Notme and his creativity. It begins. That was an easy one, I think. I think that was an easy one. But you get a point for it nonetheless. They're all worth the same. All worth that point. Okay? Because some of them might be tricky. You might not have been paying attention. Maybe you yawned too hard and, your hearing went a little gay. Whilst I can't control that. Tell an intriguing story with a single line spoken into a telephone. I'm looking forward to this. So that's 2 alpacas on Saturday. Yeah. So he's buying alpacas? He's renting alpacas? He's hoping to meet some alpacas? 2 alpacas on Saturday. I like that. I like that a lot. You girls are killed. I don't think we have much time left. Yeah. Because it could be any number of things, could it not? It could be any number of things. I don't think we have much time left. Oh, we don't have much time left. Alive? Relationship? Until my favorite TV program comes on? Any number of things. I like it. Why is there only one newt? Why is there only one newt? I ordered several newts, and now you're just telling me there's only one? What am I paying you for, Clive? See, that immediately conjured up, just as a result of that little stimulus there. Wonderful pterodactyl. TB Douglas, I did tell you not to wear that hat. What issue has the other person in the conversation run into because of a hat? What hat causes people issues in that way? Is it a particularly tall hat on a particularly tall person, and the hat has been knocked off whilst walking through a doorway of some kind? Or just maybe it's a hat that has a very offensive slogan splayed across it. Could be. That's wonderful. These are just great. These are just great. My one, for what it's worth. I mean, nobody asked, but my one for what it's worth. Well, if that's true, I'll never look at a Spaniard the same way again. All good ones. I'm not saying my one's better necessarily, but points all round. Points all round. Well done, guys. That was wonderful. I enjoyed that a lot. Artist Spotlight. Where are you, Cher? There she is. There's Cher. The musing was, write a Cher haiku. I am fizzing with anticipation for what you're going to write for these ones, guys. Very, very exciting. Get them in the chat, will you? Get them in the chat! Question 1. With whom did Cher release I Got You, Baby? It's a nice, easy one. Just to ease you in here, guys. It is, of course, Sonny Bono. Sonny Bono. Sonny Bono. I Got You, Babe. She did. Except when he went skiing. She let him go there, didn't she? Gosh. Didn't have him then. Did Cher win? Oh, I've already given you the answer. It was Moonstruck. It was Moonstruck for which she won the Oscar opposite Nicolas Cage. He's one of the most committed actors of his generation. Again, one man's opinion. Question 3. The video for which Cher hit, and it was a hit, took place on the USS Missouri. It was, of course, If I Could Turn Back Time, If I Could Find a Way. She was wearing a very risque outfit and got in a decent amount of trouble. But here's the thing with Cher. She just didn't care. She just didn't care a fig. She just did it anyway. Pretty scandalous, though. Pretty scandalous. And just would have gone right up a bot. Cher features on the most expensive album ever sold. With which American hip-hop group did she collaborate? The only American hip-hop group that I am aware of. The Wu-Tang Clan. And this is, yeah, as I say, absolutely true. Absolutely true. You can look it up. What was the... should have had this at the ready. I should have had this at the ready. It's got a weird name. It's got a weird name. Is this? No. Oh, they haven't got the right. No, they're just. Well, anyway, we'll look it up. It's the Wu-Tang Clan featuring Cher, which is, you know, that kind of narrows it down. And it was bought by a chap who then went to prison and had it seized. It's just interesting information, guys, okay? Sometimes that's the only reason that's needed. Question 5. In 1998, Cher won the Billboard Hot 100 Single of the Year with which auto-tune heavy song? Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think it's strong enough, or something. I don't know, that's why I interpreted the lyrics as, and it's my interpretation, so it can't be wrong. Musing, write a Cher haiku. Write a Cher haiku. What have we got? What have we got? You girl Sarah Kilch. She can turn back time. My heart stays in the present. Cher lasts forever. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. She can turn back time. But remains in the... She straddles time, doesn't she? She is almost timeless. What with the... Peppersaw. Are iconic and awesome. I wish I had one. Oh, okay, so it's over two... Okay, Bob Mackie costumes are iconic and awesome. I wish I had one. Which is the Bob Mackie costume? I don't know to which one that is referring. There's been a lot of costumes. Is that the Turn Back Time one? Just a lot of leather and like fishnetty kind of stuff. But that's really good. I like it a lot. Very, very specific. And you wish you had one. I mean, I do too. I mean, it costs a huge amount of money these days. As silly as her songs, Cher will always... Wait. As silly as her songs, Cher will always entertain. She is our pop queen. That's great. That's great. Playing fast and loose with the haikus there. This is a 685 haiku. Deal with it, says Killer Kilch. And I'm dealing with it and I'm loving it, okay? He did a lot of them, I think, says Peppersaw. Well, that's wonderful. That's a great bit of knowledge that we all know now. Bob Mackie made a lot of Cher's costumes. Thank you, Peppersaw. I would give you an extra point, but it's not that kind of quiz. The big hair of Cher is strong enough to believe we can turn back time. Oh, that I wasn't sure how that was going to fit in, but it fit in, and it's wonderful. T.B. Douglas, that's wonderful. Strong enough to believe. So you're getting in the song references. Wonderful stuff. I messed up. Did you kill her? Or did you just rewrite the rule book? You know who else did that? Dr. House. Yeah? And everybody loved him for it. My one. I think Cher is art, acting, singing, and fashion. Also her weird face. Just, it's all art, guys. It's all art. Points all round. Points all round. Final round, guys. Speaking of rounds, final round, Nart. Here we go. The musing. If you could be gifted with the hair of any famous person, whose hair would you steal? Get it in the comments, please. Get it in the chat. And if you are watching this after the fact on YouTube, please feel free to put all of your musings in the comments, and I will read them, and I will love them, and I will dissect them, and I'll discuss them with you. Yeah, that's the solid gold promise from I, not me, to you, anonymous YouTube user. And also click the thumbs up like button. Okay, it's going to cost you nothing. You've had a great quiz. Right? No real reason not to. So, question number 1. What is the name of the bulb or root of each hair? It is, of course, the follicle. The follicle, the hair follicle. Question 2. How many years is the average lifespan of a hair? I'm not going to say of course, because there's no of course in this one. Just the answer's 5. It's 5 years. It's 5 years. Well done if you got that one. That's, I imagine, a shot in the dark. And it's always nice when, Lady Luck is on your side. So well done. Because you know what another word for Lady Luck is? God. Question 3. The pigment that affects hair colour is the same that affects skin colour. What is it called? It's called, of course, melanin. Melanin. Yeah? Melanin. So if you have, not a lot of melanin, you end up being so white that it kind of disrupts the camera a little bit. There it is. There it is, that little weird flickery bit on the back of my hand. That wouldn't happen if I had more melanin, because it's all just in my hair. Question 4. Scotland has the world's highest proportion of which hair colour? Of course, it is ginger, aka ginger. I will accept ginger because it's spelt the same. A lot of gingers up there in Scotland, because they don't have to worry about the sun. Question 5. What is the colloquial name for the process known as piloerection, derived from the Latin words pilus, meaning hair, and erectio, means rising up? It is, of course, not of course, but well done if you got this one right. Goose pimples or goose flesh. Get goose pimples. Oh, I'm feeling piloerect, you could say. And people might misconstrue what you were saying, but you'd have the power of truth on your side. Goose flesh or goose pimples. And M, let's get this final musing out of the way. Let's see whose hair we are stealing. Peppersaw, Howie Mandel. Isn't he bald? Have you just kind of flipped this around? He does have a very shiny head. Is he he's the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire chap, who's also on one of the talent shows, yes? It's a very shiny head. I always have a lot of respect for men who are bald, but just really, their head looks like some kind of snooker ball. Just, you put them under the right lights, and it's just it's a laser light show. It's terrific. That's a great shout. Yale Sarah Kelch, Fabio or Connie Britton? Connie Britton. Is she... who's Connie Britton? Oh, I know Connie Britton. She's been in things. Hasn't she? Okay. A little bit on the Jonge. A little bit for that Scottish vibe with a little bit of Jonge. That's a great shout. I like that. Killer Kilch, 80s Bon Jovi. Now you're speaking my language, Killer Kilch. Now you're speaking my language. That feathered goodness from JB Jovi. Wonderful stuff. Oh, that's a great shout. TB Douglas, Jessica Chastain. A lot of people liking the ginge. A lot of people wishing they had a fringe with just a tinge of the ginge in it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. You'd have to stay out of the sun, though. Because, again, we were talking about melanin. The ginge tends to come with a lack of melanin. So just, it's a package deal, guys. Killer Kills, Tina Turner and Mad Max. Similar vibe. Just big and bold and brash. Just says, hey, I'm here, okay? Get out of my way. I'm next in line at this deli. Anna Karine. Hello, Anna Karine. How are you? Just coming in for the musings? Fair enough. That's your choice to make, and I respect it. You don't want to be tested with the brain, you just want to be tested with the imaginosphere. So you got to give them right, yeah? Amy Winehouse, that head of hair could do anything. Absolutely. It could do anything. The volume that she achieved with that is absolutely astonishing. And also hid a lot of stuff as well. See her rooting around in it. Stuff that smelled nice, I guess. I don't know. Killer Kilch, call it chicken skin in French. The goose pimples. Is that true? Isn't that interesting? We're learning. It's an extra knowledge alert. Bob Mackie made a lot of Cher costumes, and French people call goose pimples chicken skin. And again, makes sense. It's all poultry, isn't it? Could say the same with ducks. Just popped in to say, hey, well, I appreciate that, Anna Karine. I know a lot of your fellow weaklings appreciate that as well. We call them Smarties here, but they're regular Smarties and they're regular weaklings. Peppersaw, I'm sensing some balding insecurity from you. Now, Peppersaw, I don't... It's a natural thing, okay? It's going to happen to everybody. Except those gosh dang old men, thick heads of hair. It's not something that I'm ashamed of. It's something that I can't control, so I just have to accept. Yeah? And let me tell you, when you get to... No. You're not going to... No. You're not going to draw me into... Just keep it together. Thank you. Killer Kilch has got to run and SmART, but just 21. Oh wow. Okay. So we're getting onto the answers already. Yeah, tot them up, guys. Tot them up. We have all the answers now. So there we go. Whilst you tot up your scores, I want to remind you that in this quiz, aside from the yay or nay subject choice, you're only competing against yourself. Yeah. There's no point threshold that applies to being smart. If you have got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get right, you are smart, okay? Like that one about the hair, the 5 years. If you didn't get that one right, I mean, that's no great stress. That's no great stress. Where would you have learned that information? Unless you had been preparing for a quiz as well, okay? What have we got? TB Douglas, 22. Girl Sarah Kilch, 23 here. Yowza! Yowza 23, straight in there. Peppersaw, 12. That's wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Because I think came in late. Came in late, even. Superb. Anybody else? Who else did we have? Pterodactyl. Anything from you, Pterodactyl? You want to share your points? If not, that's fine, but this is the safest space that you could find. This is a lovely pillow-lined... This is like a padded cell. This is so safe, it's like a padded cell. Don't know much Cher. That's fine. That's fine. Not a lot of people do, but now you do know about Cher. You know that she did If I Could Turn Back Time in the USS Missouri. You know that Bob Mackie made a lot of her costumes. Thank you very much, Peppersaw. You know that in 1998 her song Believe was named as the Billboard Hot 100 Song of the Year. Yeah, all of this knowledge. That's more than a lot of people will have. But Killer Kilch is the high point scorer. The high points scorer. So well done to you, Sarah Kilch. It is now falls for you to select what we're going to have for next week's yay or nay round. Whilst we do that, whilst you have a think about that, we're not going to have any music, apparently, because the flipping music's not working. Thanks, Apple. I am going to do the fun light thing, and I'm going to turn green and see what happens. That's not really green. That's not really... I mean, it's disappointing, I'll be honest. I thought there'd be more of a, oh, that's better. That's interesting. I mean, anticlimactic at this stage. Absolutely. Absolutely anticlimactic. But deal with it. I'm on a hiatus from the Most Week show this week. It is a fallow week to allow the ground to recover. So there's nothing to watch on Sunday. We'll be delivering something small on Sunday to make up for it, but there will be no show proper. One thing you can do in the meantime, however, is draw a picture of me. I'm doing a thing on Fridays where I post a picture of me that was created by one of my cherished acolytes under the banner of Visions of Notme, and you can get involved. We have a very special one this week. I've got a secret preview of it here because it relates to the quiz. It's by our very own Zachalicious, who did not was not able to be with us today for some reason, but that's fine. That's fine. But he drew this. Oh my gosh, has rendered me hosting this very quiz with panache. Panache? Panache. Let's get quizzical. Wonderful stuff. Look at that. Look how slim. Look how slim. So if you want to get involved, just create a picture of me in some way. I know Killer Kilch already has. I know TB Douglas already has. Both of those are lined up there, ready to go. But anybody else, or if they want to do a different one, just make a picture of me. Email it to me at iamnotmeIamart@gmail.com. Let's get quizzical. That's wonderful. Do we have a thing? 90s cartoons. Gosh, what an incredible subject that's going to be. I'm looking forward to doing that already. Killer Kilch says fun. TB Douglas says wow. I don't know whether it's about the picture or about the 90s cartoons. Either way, I'm excited. So thank you very much all for joining. Anna Karine, hello. for popping in. Thank you for popping in. Peppersaw, thank you very much. Killer Kilch, thank you very much. TB Douglas, well done. You girls here are Kilch, congratulations. That high point total. But in my opinion, you're all smart, guys. You're all smart. Pterodactyl, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all had fun. I hope you learned a little something, and I hope you felt creative all at the same time. Here we go. I am not me, guys. I am not me. I am art. And I hope you will join me next week, same time, same place, for another opportunity to say to yourself and the world, I am smart. Oh no, there is a little bit. I didn't think there was water. Needed that. Cheers. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though Prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart,